Hey guys, what's going on? My name's Dr. Frank. I'm the founder of Addiction Mindset Recovery Coaching Programs, which are dedicated to helping people quit nicotine, THC, energy drinks, and adult media content, substances I once struggled with. In today's video, I want to take a moment and respond to a comment that was left on a community post I made recently regarding quitting smoking weed. So, the title of my post was I am never bored since quitting weed. And then in parentheses, as a disclaimer, I put almost never. Now, someone under the username of Explore Life, which is ironic once I read this comment to you guys, said the following. Literally said no one ever. Stop lying to people. This is why people try to quit and give up. They come into it with the wrong expectations. Being sober sucks in all capital letters. It's boring, it's anxious, it's depressing, and you'll probably lose your creativity permanently. You get sober because it's the right thing to do, not because it's fun and entertaining. And I want to address this comment today because I think this is a fear that a lot of people have when they first quit smoking weed, when they first quit using nicotine, when they first quit using alcohol. And that fear is, am I ever going to enjoy life again? And I think the answer to this comment, or my response to this, is actually quite simple. Um, I quit because I was no longer enjoying life. I quit smoking weed because something that was once enjoyable was no longer enjoyable. There was no creativity in my continued usage of marijuana products. There was a lot of anxiety about my health as I continued to smoke and as I continued to develop symptoms of cannabinoid hyperemesis syndrome. There was a lot of anxiety surrounding my finances as I continued to sink money further and further into my addiction. Um, it sucked. And I've said that in many videos. When you cross over from recreational use or medicinal use into the realm of addiction, it sucks. And I think that's ultimately why people choose to quit. Um, I don't think a lot of people quit because it's quote unquote the right thing to do. And I'm going to be honest with you. If I didn't feel firmly that being stuck in active addiction sucked, I would not have quit. This wasn't quitting for me, and I think for a lot of people is not based on a moral decision or a moral high ground. It's a decision that impacts the person's quality of life. And when I was struggling with active addiction, my quality of life was suffering. And there was nothing I wanted more than to change. And when I tried to quit and when I failed to quit over and over and over again, when I failed to make that change, when I failed to make that leap, things continued to suck more and more and more and more. And sitting here today, 5 years sober from marijuana products, nicotine, THC, energy drinks, and I've done pretty well on adult media content. Not perfect, but pretty well. I can tell you things suck a lot less. Now, I put a disclaimer though, saying that I'm never bored, and I want to talk about what I meant by that in that post. I, I'm going to agree with this person that initially there's false expectations. People quit a substance, they quit smoking weed, and I think we have this expectation that life is going to miraculously change, that things are going to miraculously become different or better. And that's not true. That's not how it works. Initially, there's withdrawals, and withdrawals suck. But as I always remind people on this channel, there's a finite end to the withdrawals. Those will eventually come to an end. So I would agree that initially going through withdrawal and detoxing and getting sober is a challenging process. But I don't think it has to suck. It kind of does, but it kind of doesn't because it's something new. It's a change. It's overcoming a struggle that you were battling for a number of years or a number of months, active addiction. And I think overcoming that can actually be a very exciting, very empowering experience if you go into it with the correct mindset. When we go into sobriety with, I believe, a mindset like this individual has, that we're giving something up, that we're giving up our creativity, that we're giving up our fun in life, uh, that we're going to be bored. Um, I, we're going into sobriety with the idea that we're making a sacrifice. And when I finally made the decision to quit, I went into the quitting process, and that's what we preach at Addiction Mindset Recovery Coaching, that it was about all the things that I was going to gain back in life. There was nothing exciting about coming home at night, smoking weed, watching adult media content, passing out, and then doing that again over and over and over and over again, day in and day out. There was no excitement in that. There was no creativity in that. That was robbing me from exciting opportunities in my life. And that was robbing the time that I needed to go create something that could lead to more excitement in my life. And this channel is quite literally living proof of that. Um, I didn't have this level of creativity when I was stuck in active addiction. It was once I got sober, I decided to pick up a camera and start shooting YouTube videos. It was once I got sober, I learned how to talk on camera and sharpen my skills and develop my skills. And this channel has led to opportunities and exciting things in my life that I never thought possible. I've talked at high schools, I've talked at businesses. We offer one on one coaching. I've built an income off of YouTube, an entirely new career, an entirely new chapter of my life has opened up because I got sober and because I started to pursue new things. Now, I think an expectation that needs to be set forth is it is our responsibility once we quit to fill any feelings of a void that were created by getting rid of marijuana or alcohol or nicotine or whatever it was. It was my responsibility to go pursue things that were going to entertain me, things that were going to excite me, things that were going to bring joy into my life. And I never would have stopped if I was still having a good time. I never would have stopped if I truly felt that cannabis was helping my anxiety versus making it worse. I never would have stopped smoking if I felt that cannabis was adding to my creativity versus taking away from it. And quite frankly, if someone's in a position where they feel by losing weed, they're losing all the positive things in their life, even if you feel that's the right thing to do, quitting, I wouldn't encourage you to quit. I'm here, and addiction mindset recovery coaching programs are here to help people improve their quality of life by quitting an addiction, not to worsen their quality of life because it's the right or the wrong thing to do. I don't. That choice is yours. Whether smoking cannabis is the right thing to do or the wrong thing to do, that's your decision. That's a personal decision that lies within you. And I wouldn't worry about the influence of the outside world. If you're perfectly content smoking and life is a 10 out of 10 happy, keep smoking. I'll call it an 8 out of 10 because I don't know if it's ever a 10 out of 10 perfect happiness. Even in sobriety, I don't know. But if your life is in shambles because of cannabis addiction, I think quitting is going to do the exact opposite of everything that you stated in this comment. And this video, I don't have hard feelings in this video. I'm not saying this to be mean. I'm just saying this hopefully to impact this person and, explore life. I would encourage you, man, or girl or woman or whomever. It was quitting cannabis that allowed me to start to explore life. I got the opportunity to explore new relationships. I got the opportunity to explore new business ventures, right? I got the opportunity to explore and travel with some of the money that I've earned that I wasn't able to do early on in my cannabis addiction because I was spending all my money on it. So even using your username, I would tell you, life has opened up. I've got like a second chance at it since quitting these addictions. And sincerely, I couldn't be more passionate and believe more in what I say. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing this. So I really hope that helps you out. And I hope maybe it helps you reframe your mindset when it comes to quitting cannabis. Just something to consider.